Hey, Central New York, what is up? It's me, Bob Jokel with Hunt Real Estate, and it's that time again. It's time for the monthly housing market update for Central New York, for the most part Onondaga County, and there's some changes in the air. We're going to take a look at the numbers for the month and see what we can draw from it. We're in the middle of the fall market, and the fall market is the second most active market of the year. Everybody knows the spring market is the most active market for housing in this area, but the fall market is the second busiest. We do get a bump in the fall, and so we're looking forward to that. So let's look at the numbers for September. They were just released by the Greater Syracuse Association of Realtors, and let's see what we can come up with based on those numbers. So new listings for the month were up 0.6%, pretty flat. 484 new listings versus 481 new listings. So that's pretty flat. That's only a difference of 3 new listings. Year to date, new listings are up 3%, 3,800 versus 3,688. So a little bit more in the listing department, but not a whole heck of a lot. And again, when we look at where those listings are coming from, 49.4% of the new listings were homes priced between 150 and 300,000. So that's important to know. Pending sales, which are homes that are under contract, they're waiting to close, for the month we're down 14.5%, 313 pending sales versus 366 pending sales. And year to date, pending sales are down 0.2%. So again, pretty flat. 3,034 versus 3,027. And again, we want to look at where those sales are being made. 51.6% of the new purchase contracts were between $150,000 and $300,000. So that seems to be the sweet spot. That's where most of the buyers, or at least half of the buyers, are when we're talking about the Central New York area. Closed sales, which are homes that successfully closed, sold and changed hands, were up for the month 8.7%, 386 versus 355, and year to date, closed sales were up 0.3%. So again, pretty flat. 2,778 closed sales versus 2,769 closed sales. Now, days on the market until sold, that was up a little bit. Percent-wise, it sounds like a lot, but in raw numbers, it's really not a big deal. Days on the market until sold was up 13.3%. 17 days on the market versus 15. Really not that big a deal. Year to date, flat. 19 days on the market versus 19 days on the market last year. Now, when we look at the average days on the market, it was 13 days for homes priced between 150 and 300,000. It was 36.5 days for homes 400,000 and higher. So the higher priced homes are taking a little longer to sell. There's just fewer buyers for the most part out there in that price range, so they do take a little bit longer to sell. The median sale price, which is the price that we really like to look at because that's the best barometer. That's where most of the homes are sold. The median sale price for the month was up 7.7%, $280,000 versus $260,000. And the median price year to date was up 9.3%, $273,250 versus $250,000. So, prices are still rising. People are paying more for homes this year than they were last year. That's just the facts. And we all know that it's because of supply and demand. Not enough houses out there to satisfy buyers' demands. Now, the average sale price for the month was up 16.6%, $359,229 versus $308,042. So that's pretty significant increase. That's $51,000 higher for the month versus the same month last year. It's quite a bit. Year to date, average sale price is up 13.4%, $334,629 versus $295,191. Now remember, the average sale price can be influenced greatly based on how many higher priced homes actually get sold during the month. So if a lot of new construction gets sold, they tend to be much higher priced. We get a couple of sales in Skinny Atlas or Cazenovia that are $1 million plus. That's certainly going to have an effect on the average sale price. And going back to the median sale price, that's why we like to use that when we gauge how things are going in the marketplace. The percent of list price received, which is the ratio between the full asking price and the actual price that was paid for the house, for the month was down 3%. 103.7% of full ask versus 106.9. And year to date is down 1.4%, 104.5% versus 106. So homes are still selling for above full asking price, and that's the result of multiple offers. However, a year ago, we were getting more multiple offers than we are now. We were getting 10, 15, 20 offers on a house. This year, we're getting less, maybe anywhere from 3 to 8 offers on average. In some cases, depending on the price of the home and the location, we are seeing 10 or 15 offers, but for the most part, we're not getting quite as many offers on homes. Not quite as many buyers fighting over it. Now, the inventory of homes for sale, that's the total number of active listings that are in the multiple listing system, was up 15.4%, 645 versus 559. Now, when we see that the new listings were relatively flat, why are the inventory of homes up? Well, that's because some homes are taking longer to sell. We are seeing a tremendous amount of price reductions every day in the multiple listing system, which means in a lot of cases, sellers are pricing their homes too high. And also, if homes were under contract and failed to sell and come back on the market, they go directly into inventory. They don't come in as new listings. Now, the month supply of inventory is an important number. That is, under the current market conditions, how many months would it take to completely sell out the current inventory of homes that are for sale this month? Okay, and it's up. The month supply of inventory is up 17.6%. It's 2.0 months worth of inventory. 2.0 months worth of inventory versus 1.7. Still, again, a seller's market. As I've said in the past many times, a balanced market is 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. A buyer's market is more than 6 months worth of inventory, and a seller's market is less than 4 months worth of inventory. So, we're still in a seller's market. Housing Affordability Index. Now, this is an important number too. The Housing Affordability Index measures the affordability of a median-priced home for a household that has a median income for the area. And the Housing Affordability Index for the month was down 7.9%, and year-to-date down 12%. So what that means is that the price of homes is appreciating at a faster rate than people's incomes are increasing. So every month, homes are a little less affordable for people with a median income in our area. Now, again, if we look at the last 3 years, it was down every year. 2023 it was down 15.9%, 2024 down 0.5%, and then this year so far 12%. So we got to keep an eye on that, and what that means is if the homes are a little less affordable, you may have to change your expectations when you go to buy a home. You may have to buy a little bit less of a house than you really wanted, but if you put a few bucks into the house and make a few improvements, it may turn out to be the best thing for you. And just to look at another aspect of pricing, the list price per square foot ratio. That's how many dollars per square foot on average the homes are selling for. For this September, it was $186 a square foot. For September a year ago, it was $163 a square foot. And for September 2023, it was $157 a square foot. At the beginning of this year, it was $169 per square foot. So we can see that over time, the price per square foot for homes is continuing to go up. So what does this all mean? Well, again, the fall is the second busiest time to sell a house. There's not as many buyers out there right now because a lot of people that have kids that are in school, they want to buy the homes in the spring so they can get into the homes before school opens, get their kids registered for school. But not everybody has kids, and a lot of people move within the same school district. So the fall is still the second busiest season of the year. So if you're thinking about selling your home, I wouldn't hesitate to put it on the market in the fall. If you're thinking about buying a home, the interest rates have come down. So get with your mortgage person or reach out to me and I'll get you hooked up with a great mortgage person from Hunt Mortgage, and they can find the best program out there for you, and let you know what you can afford to buy, and together we can help you get into that house. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, please reach out to me. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will get all of the videos that I put out automatically. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions at all, and I would be happy to answer those questions. And I hope to see you soon. I hope you're having a great day.